Oh, hey. We're doing a little showmanship here, I guess. So we're back, and little bit of a change here. Last video that we did, the floor had just gotten sprayed. We were getting into how are we going to build the walls, the bathroom, the bedroom. It's time to get the cabinets down. It's time to start plumbing. It's time to start electrical. It's the holy cow. It's easy to tear them down. It's actually pretty easy to build them back until it gets into the interior finish detail. But we're there. We've been doing lots of testing. We're going to do another video tomorrow. Jordan's been in quite a few times this week, and he's been helping us kind of get some layouts, because this thing there's some similarities to the way it's done. These walls are in the same place, but the door's done different. The bedroom's completely different. Jordan's been helping us lay all that stuff out. These cabinets are the same. He's going to get a brand new countertop, and tomorrow I'm going to launch something that I've been working on for quite a while. Gosh, probably 3 months ago, Jordan was like, this thing's going to look so nice. I want new countertops. And I went, crap. Okay, so I started trying to decide how I was going to make a countertop that would sit in a camper and not look like a factory countertop after a year or two. Everybody knows they delaminate. The MDF that they use is junk. The countertops break apart and they just look like crap. So a couple of weeks ago, I stumbled into this idea. I was actually talking to Jordan. It was way too late at night. It was a Saturday night. I was staying up. I may have had a buzz. But anyway, I ordered material, and the other day we sprayed a test panel, and yeah, I'm super excited. So you're going to have to come back when we do the next video and show that. But there's a countertop that's on top of this cabinet, and then the bathroom countertop is prepped. They're both in this paint booth or spray booth. They've both been primed, and we're going to spray those tomorrow, and we'll start taking some pictures. But pretty excited about that. The walls, with the exception of we rebuilt or made a brand new closet. It wasn't there before. There's a couple places in the bedroom where the walls need to get finished. The bed has been laid out. We're going to get the bed frame up tomorrow. Underneath his bed on the driver's side, I'm going to build a new wet bay. So before we actually set the top of the bed frame down, when we put the wet bay in, once we've got all that done, we're going to spray that in. So if there ever is a problem, I'm going to make a small drain so that it'll drain straight out. But basically all of his plumbing in the wet bay will be in a waterproof basin, so that if there is a leak, it leaks onto waterproof and drains out. Same thing with the floor. So we got our first coat down. We built a little bit of thickness. We're building everything in place. Once everything's in place, we're going to come back. We'll re-tape everything, and we're going to spray everything in. So the floors, the walls, the cabinets, basically everything that's in this will have polyurea up the lip, so that nothing's going to go underneath another. If there's a leak in the cabinet, it's going to stay in the cabinet, and it's going to be leaking onto waterproof. If there's a leak out here, it's going to leak onto waterproof. If there's a leak in the bathroom, again, it's all waterproof. That's the whole point. The shower's built. We got our roof chemical today, actually. We had a roof job scheduled for yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but he had to reschedule because of some work conflicts. But the roof chemical is important because we're actually using it to spray a custom shower. So the shower that we're building, and Noah's going to get some pictures of this, the shower has been set. There's a shower pan that's going to go in. That's all going to get taped, masked off, and primed, and then we'll bring in our spray rig and spray in a completely waterproof shower that has no seams. So from basically the ceiling all the way to the bottom, all the way to the drain is literally just going to be one piece. There's no seams, there's no place for it to leak. So yeah, we've made a lot of progress. Wiring is quite a bit more than half done. I'm going to remind you now, take some pictures of the wiring, because everything that we've done, actually you can see one right here. You'll notice that this is in a work box, so it's basically residential type wiring. It's got plastic or a residential junction box. The wiring goes into that, and then residential plugs, they all go up into the ceiling. Anything that goes into the ceiling has been wrapped, so we're not getting any kind of fraying or busted wire insulation. In the plumbing will have, it's all PEX, it's all brass fittings, and it's all copper crimp rings. And the only place that there will be fittings is at the plumbing fixtures themselves. So for instance, the sink obviously is going to have an area. The hot water will come from the hot water heater to the sink, and it stays on this side. The hot water that goes to the shower will come out of the hot water heater, go into the belly, and come back up to the shower. And there's no fittings in the belly. So cold water, no fittings in the belly. The sink, for instance, here, instead of trying to tie it into the shower and making T's underneath, the sink will have its own dedicated line, and it'll go all the way back to the wet bay where there's going to be a distribution header. I'm doing that so that I can also plug in an air connection. Jordan's always got an air compressor. The winterization, if he's got a bug out, first of all he has to do is open the fixtures, open the shower, open the sink in the bathroom, open the toilet, and let it drain. It'll drop below any of the fixtures, and worst case scenario, he can't get the water out of the fixtures or out of the lines underneath. The lines underneath won't have any fittings. It's all in PEX, and PEX can be froze. It's not ideal, but again, we're trying to figure out worst case scenario. So once we really get into plumbing, I've taken a few pictures and sent those out, but once we really get into that, that'll go pretty quick. You're not going to see any rat's nests like I've seen in a lot of other things, or a lot of other campers, and I'm sure everybody's seen pictures of that. But we're trying to think all this thing through. This is the first complete teardown that we've ever done. These guys jammed these cabinets out today, and Noah and Joe have done a great job. So that's what's going on. I don't think I need to say anything else, but look for the video tomorrow, or actually we'll probably shoot it tomorrow, and then we'll get it posted over the weekend or first of the week. But yeah, we've got some really cool stuff coming for countertops. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do all those kinds of things, and thanks for your time. Later.